In this video, I'm going to be reacting to my first time playing Dungeons and Dragons by JD Animations. Go ahead and check them out. There's a link in the description down below. Without further ado, let's roll. Alright, let's entertainment begin.
Dungeons and Dragons is like a board game without the board, and you play using your imagination. If you think
Imagination, huh? Man, what the?
of something, it can just happen in game. D&D is very popular. Almost everyone I've ever met absolutely loves it, and I have never played it before, even though I always thought I would really like it. People would tell me stories of their games, like, so this one time me and my party were entering a cave, and there was a big ogre guarding some treasure, but I used my charisma stat to seduce him, and we ended up eloping together. Dude, if you don't think that sounds crazy fun, then I don't think we would get along, and you should probably unsubscribe.
Man, I hope this is kind of
sorry, I've never done that before. Like it felt weird. I decided to reach out to Charlie, aka Slimesicle,
living
aka
in the
Charlie Slimesicle,
VR
because he's super
world.
into D&D, and we ended up forming a little group of me, Alpharad, Ronbu as the players, and Charlie as the Dungeon Master, which is like the game organizer / manager / god. We all created our characters, and into the world we were teleported. The clouds part over a vast, lush forest. In it, a giant ancient oak tree can be found looming over all the other trees. The inside has been hollowed out, and a sign hangs on the side reading Old Oak Inn. Inside, many creatures of various origins are relaxing, drinking, socializing, but one stands out. A cat, equipped with various instruments, sits at a table, leaning over their cup of milk and scanning the room. They spot a dragonborn drinking at the bar, alone, seemingly pondering life. From the other end of the bar, a man in a suit approaches the dragon.
A man in a suit?
Conversation.
Bro, it's the Dark Ages.
No, I
a
don't.
Suit? At that time?
Who are you? I'm Paul.
Oh yeah,
I'm
it's
an
a fantasy world, so anything can happen.
43 years old. My wife passed away during childbirth. My parents died. Child, Paul Jr., ran away at age 6. I'm living a deadbeat life, not even able to go up in the corporate ladder because my manager,
that's dark
Mark,
story.
prevents me from doing so.
Peak
so
dark
here I am,
story.
drinking away my woes.
Ouch. Man, I really feel sorry for you.
Excuse me, are you two new around here? Born and raised. I wish I was. Okay, so I've been stuck in a time loop for what I believe to be the past 3 years. I've relived the same day over and over. I suspect my neighbor Thomas somehow trapped me here, but I don't know how to escape.
Well, okay, I have many questions.
I can prove it. Look, over there.
Like, if he is in a time loop, why did he ask if they are new or not? Like, that's crazy. I mean, like, Sauce.
5 seconds, there's a 70% chance a waiter is gonna trip and drop your glasses onto the ground.
Who is that guy? What?
Well, alright, it's a bit impressive, but, like, it's gonna take a bit more convincing because that wasn't all that. Suddenly, a sheep crashes through the tavern windows and starts rampaging around the inn. It's going straight up crazy, knocking over tables, knocking over people. Paul mentions it's got something in its mouth, and the sheep immediately stops and runs straight up to him. As Paul takes what seems to be a scroll out of the sheep's mouth, Zoot whips out their mace in an attempt to pepper spray the sheep, but slips on a puddle of rum and accidentally sprays Paul, who just is disappointed at this point. The three open the scroll,
is he not
Zoot,
screaming in agony right now?
Animal spell,
it's a paper spray.
It, casting a huge shockwave and blasting everything in its radius.
Rest in peace, ancient oak tree.
Can you understand me now? Why the f did you try to spray me with mace? Zoot and the sheep start bickering as Paul and Tholomew just stare at them. Just forget it, forget it. I'm no ordinary sheep. I used to be human and was cursed into a sheep's body. My name is Lwop.
Wow,
and I need your help becoming human again. Please. Alright, Lop. it's Luop. Come on, guys, let's go. And for some reason, they all
just like
went
that?
along with
They
it, still
agree?
not understanding what the hell is going on. Maybe,
Same
they
here.
thought, they could find their arch enemies, Mark and Thompson, along the way. The group is walking through the woods. Bartholomew is very on edge, feeling like something isn't quite right. The tree line is shifting in unnatural ways. Oak trees are turning into birch. The bushes are rustling. Zoot spots various random animals along the path and picks up a turtle, which they add to their inventory.
Why?
Paul tries to pocket a turtle of his own, but it turns out to be a rock and is then mauled by a cougar.
Better
He
luck,
ends up
buddy.
unharmed, though his
Ouch.
adventure suit he changed into is now ruined. Zoot feels bad about Paul not getting a turtle, so they offer to let Paul name theirs, to which he chooses Paul Jr. They eventually reach a clearing
what
with a large
imagination,
stone
I guess.
outcrop covered in engraved shifting runes. Carved into a stone is a large bronze door with a face on it. Hello. You should try to impress it.
Impressive,
okay.
huh? Like some kind of, bongo, huh?
Riddles 3, and then you can come in. I'm a riddle door.
Okay, riddle door. That's,
Alphabet goes from A to Z, but I go from Z to A. Where am I?
huh?
The alphabet backwards.
Okay, what? Oof.
The answer was
He-
zebra.
My bro just went into zebra. Oof. You're just a cat, so
Without wings, between silken strings, I weave, as you may find, my substance.
I have no idea what it is.
I'm gonna say a spider, because I got the butt strings.
Correct!
Wow, he get it.
Wait, but can you turn our friend back?
Oh yeah, double or nothing. Answer this.
Double or nothing? Come on.
Your friend will be turned back. I creep and crawl with no eyes, legs, or ears, but I can move the earth with my peers. What am I?
Can
Gravity?
you use it in a sentence?
In answer to the question,
Yeah, like spelling bee style.
What?
nice try, but you're not gonna worm your way out of this.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
right, buddy.
I picked up on it. I don't know if you noticed, but he said worm on accident. I'm very detail oriented.
Don't listen to him. He's a
Okay, it's worm, I guess.
Paul Jr., what do you think the answer is? Turtle. Turtle, final answer. It's a worm.
correct.
The adventurers
Wow,
walk
okay.
through the door's mouth,
It
which
worked.
closes behind
Oh,
them.
okay,
As they're
that's,
walking into
weird.
an open room, they're
It's
greeted by a
animation,
closed
so
silver
no
door.
way.
Zoot immediately pitches the turtle at the door, but
Ouch,
nothing
why?
happens. There's 3 dishes of clay placed in front of 3 pedestals, and the door face emerges once again, this time on the ceiling.
Not this guy again.
Create whatever you want.
Not wanting to deal with more riddles, Zoot throws a dagger into the door's eye.
Ah!
Fine, I'm not helping you with this one.
The group, now lost with no direction, decides for some
You
reason
idiot.
to all start eating the clay, even feeding some to Paul Jr. and Luop against their
Why
wills.
are
After
you
all the
doing
clay has
that?
been consumed, the pillars glow red and more clay drops down from the ceiling, resetting the puzzle. Huh. Out of ideas, they decide to do what the door face suggested. Bartholomew sculpts a crown, Zoot rolls out a worm, and Paul builds a penguin. They all place their
Whoa.
creations on pedestals,
Pingu.
which sink in and beam green before the lights turn out and everything goes dark. They flash back on and suddenly all their creations have come to life in weird clay flesh bodies. Paul
Well,
cleaves
rest
at his
in
penguin
peace.
with a great axe, nearly cutting it clean in half, revealing that the inside is just more clay. The worm monster looks at Zoot and says, "It's wormin' time!" time, causing Zoot to scream and sending a shockwave towards it, immediately exploding the worm and splattering clay everywhere, living as a normal-sized worm now. The worm lunges and wraps itself around Zoot's throat, trying to choke them out. Tholomew rips the arms off the crown monster and dodges its follow-up attack. The penguin reforms itself, sprints full speed at Paul, but slips and splats into a pile of clay on the ground, to which Paul finishes off with his axe. Meanwhile, Tholomew attempts to rip the legs off the crown, only for the crown legs to turn into arms, grabbing Tholomew and climbing onto their head, causing them to lose their mind, viewing the other party members as enemies. Paul shifts his attention to Tholomew, throwing his great axe horizontally at the crown. Unfortunately, it goes a bit low and the handle smacks Tholomew directly in the face. Zoot gets a grip on the worm, ripping it off their throat, and breathes acid onto it until it's reduced to ash. Tholomew blows on their bagpipes to
breathe acid?
sending
Wow.
out a thunderous shockwave that shakes the cavern. Paul is able to hold his ground, runs up to the two, and successfully cleans the crown off Tholomew's head. All the clay monsters have been defeated. The silver door opens, and everyone cheers together in celebration. The adventurers enter the new room to be greeted by wooden structures, spiral staircases, platforms, and a golden door at the very back wall. It looks like a camp is set up inside the area, and voices can be heard above on one of the platforms. Tholomew scans the area looking for traces of their neighbor, Thompson. Not only do they discover a pack of goblins
is that the horse from Adventure Time?
He recognizes a familiar boot print.
Okay.
It's the same type Thompson wears. He's been here. Paul climbs up to the goblin platform and sparks conversation. The goblins are confused and a bit wary of the intruders, but introduce themselves nonetheless.
I'm Gob, that's Glob, that's Gobble, that's Gobble Gob, and that's the Peeler.
And
The
who's
peeler?
That's Bloyle.
So your names are Gob, Glob, Gobble, Gobble Gob, Peeler, and Bloyle?
The Peeler.
Got it. So your name is the Peeler. You don't know anything about Marker Thompson.
I only know about one thing, and that's peeling. Yeah. Great, there
Okay, here he goes.
Oh, jeez.
Ouch.
Okay, all right, we're leaving. Paul starts booking it to the door they came in through, the Peeler right on his tail, stabbing at his ankles. No one else is doing or saying anything, they're just watching. Paul makes it back to the previous room, and the Peeler slinks into the shadows. With Paul in the other room and Tholomew and Zoot unable to speak Goblin, Tholomew is left trying to communicate through improvised sign language, pointing at the door and blowing kisses at the goblins to signal peace. Zoot tries to slip around the goblins in the meantime.
And this is not gonna end well.
Working, and the goblins are only getting more aggressive, but they bump into an invisible force they can't see, alerting the goblins, who are now initiating combat. Zoot decides to keep running to the door as Tholomew bangs on their drums, sending sound shockwaves at the attacking goblins.
Okay,
Gob,
that's
Glob, and Gobble are
one
all
way
sent
of using
flying
the
off the edge of the
fungus, I guess.
platform, falling to their deaths. Gobble Gob, in a fit of rage after losing his friends, lunges at Tholomew but misses completely, sending himself off the edge of the platform too. The Peeler emerges from the shadows to lunge at Tholomew, who is taking up Bloyle, but Paul jumps in just in time, clashing blades with him. As everyone is distracted, Zoot gets to the door, peeking in to see an entirely golden room with a small golden rod shaped like a tree branch floating at the center. The branch shifts between valuable materials, at one moment being made of gold, then emerald, and ruby. Gobble Gob, the goblin that accidentally dove off the side of the platform, sprints back up the stairs and attempts to tackle Tholomew off the platform, but accidentally leaps over him and plummets once again over the edge.
This guy needs
to his demise. Paul and Tholomew perform a clumsy team attack together and finish off the Peeler, ending the battle, but because of the uncoordinated attack, Paul's axe is now peeled. They all hurry over to Zoot and enter the golden room together, trying to figure out how to get the artifact down. Zoot suggests they all toss Slop into the air to get it down, so Paul Solongi Bowser the sheep into the air, but in the complete opposite direction. Tholomew quickly runs over and breaks his fall, and before Lop can say anything, they throw him again, this time hitting their target as they both fall to the ground. No one stops Lop's fall this time as he lays motionless on the floor. As Tholomew is healing up Lop, Zoot approaches the wand, only for it to be snatched by an invisible force. An unseen figure then reveals itself. Well, hey there, neighbor. Oh, and
the
Paul,
neighbor.
It's me,
okay.
your good friend, Mark Thompson.
What?
Bartholomew, you ruined my life. Spreading false rumors about me. You said I cursed you. And now no one wants to talk to me. My wife and kids left me. Everyone avoids me. So I spent years with a dark wizard. And I'm gonna have my revenge.
Okay, I have a question. If
me?
he's not the
And
one
you?
who cursed him,
Paul.
how?
Anyway, yeah. You are
Hey,
going to
incoming.
spend the rest of your lives
a lot
here
of
in this
diamonds,
sanctum.
huh?
I'll be going now. Bartholomew quickly casts Locate Object on the wand Mark is now holding and throws ink in the general direction, hoping to reveal where Mark is, but unfortunately doesn't land. Zoot sprints in the direction Bartholomew indicated and attempts to tackle the air. They make contact, but bounce off of Mark's rock-solid beer gut, breaking the invisibility spell. Bartholomew whips out their drums,
They
slamming
actually
it with the
made
intent
it.
to cast a thunder wave on Mark, sending him flying from the impact. Zoot follows behind
This is
and
just so
shouts,
random. I mean,
casting a command spell on him. He stops in his tracks, facing Zoot, and says, I'm so sad. Having never dealt with depression before, he pulls out a picture of his ex-wife and kids and just stares at it longingly. Paul and Bartholomew see their chance to attack him and once again try to use an ultimate team attack. They grip Paul's peeled axe together and throw it in tandem at Mark.
My bro
but once
is
again,
just
they mess
flying
up, and
right now.
Bartholomew is accidentally sent flying with the axe as it pierces Mark's chest. Mark is unfazed, still wallowing in his depression, but Zoot sees this as an opportunity, casting Disguise Self and visually turning themselves into Mark's ex-wife.
Oh.
Ella, is that you? It
Yeah.
is.
But she's
Mark.
actually still a dragon,
Mark drops
so
the photo and wand,
is he
sobbing,
gonna
and slowly
fail
walks
for
towards
that?
Zoot, who has
Wow,
their
he failed
arms
for it,
out,
alright.
ready for his
Okay,
embrace.
no problem.
He grabs Zoot and pulls him close, tears streaming down his face. It's been so hard. It's okay. I'm here now.
Awkward if he finds out. Okay.
Zoot pulls back just a bit, just to look into Mark's eyes, which are sparkling with tears, and proceeds to acid blast him point blank from the mouth.
What just...
Mark is heavily damaged but alive,
Bro,
snapping back
what?
to reality,
What?
throwing
What
Paul's
just
axe
happened?
to the ground.
Bro.
If I can't have the wand, no one can! Paul picks up one part of his peeled axe. Looks like the manager position just opened up. He throws the axe and hits Mark, but doesn't kill him. He then picks up the other peeled axe part to throw as well, but it boomerangs around and hits him in the back of the head. Bartholomew grabs the wand from the ground
Rest in
and points
peace,
it at
Phoenix.
Mark. This is for everything. The low tax return, the restraining order, for moving in next to me. You're my personal hell! Mark turns to Paul while being zapped by the wand. Would you still let me
What
be
kind
your
of
manager,
wand is that?
even if I was
What? Warm?
You're fired. You guys did it! Please, use the
let
wand
me
to
know.
turn me back into a human. Please! Bartholomew casts the wand's powers onto Lop, finally turning him back into his original form. Paul and now human Luop lock eyes. Hi, Dad.
Oh, what?
Junior.
Okay, what?
You?
Luop? Paul.
Paul and his long-lost son, Paul Jr., embrace. The wand, now all out of magic, crumbles into dust, and the party exits the cave.
Ah, no, bro.
Explosions erupt behind them as the group
they're
walks
okay.
off together.
Okay, that's nice story right there. But okay. I guess I'm out of words. So capiche. Well, that was it for this video. Go ahead and check out Jaden Animations in the link in the description down below. And if you have enjoyed this video, hit that like button. If you didn't, hit that dislike button. No offense taken, no problem at all. And please subscribe to my channel for this kind of content in the near future. And as always, my name is Anna. This is the Creature, and catch you guys in the next video.